Ramparts kept investigating, and then other investigators, for example, at the New York Times and other places, started investigating, and they quickly found that the CIA had corrupted pretty much everything. I mean, they had, it was a giant octopus of corruption that had spread its tentacles into absolutely everything. The revelations got so bad, became so embarrassing, that the executive branch had to pretend to investigate itself. So a commission was created called informally the Rockefeller Commission, because it was headed by Nelson Rockefeller, who at the time was the vice president, because Nixon had resigned among the with the revelations of the Watergate scandal, which is only one of the scandals of this period. It's the only one that people remember, and that's very interesting. And it's the smallest, the most insignificant of all the scandals of that period. But because of Watergate, Nixon had resigned. You know, there was an impeachment process against Nixon, so he resigned to avoid that. And Gerald Ford becomes president. He had been the vice president, and Nelson Rockefeller was then appointed Ford's vice president. Okay, so when the public pressure to investigate this forced the executive branch to pretend to investigate itself, Ford appointed Nelson Rockefeller to do this investigation of the CIA and so forth. Now, this was funny because Nelson Rockefeller was the guy who had created the CIA. Nelson and David Rockefeller had basically created the CIA, and they were informally running it. You know, Allen Dulles, who was the actual guy directing the CIA for many years, had been reporting to Nelson and especially to David Rockefeller everything that he was doing. The Rockefellers were essentially running the CIA. So this is the, what do they call it? The fox guarding the hen house.